Hi, my name is Anna Kismet, and I'm going to summarize Chapter 9, Learning Through Avoidance. The first part of the chapter explains the experiment of the rat learning what is safe, and what is safe is pushing the avoidance lever, and it's avoiding punishment, which is getting shocked. In natural environments, the book lists several examples. A few examples I'll list are a student's not working for they're avoiding domestic violence. For example, the wife would do anything in power to avoid getting abused or beaten up. The book's shared that it's a husband that's doing the abusing. Police officer following the rules, or you're going to go to jail, so you're avoiding jail. At church, follow the beliefs, or you're going to hellfire afterlife. Now, the book states that the avoidance is the best collusion compared to escape. It has a better result. Other example is if a parent's strict, the kids will follow the rules because they don't want to deal with the consequences of the punishment. Okay. There we go. Okay, and these are what else goes along with the avoidance. For example, the one I gave about the kid will do anything so it doesn't get in trouble, that will go more into the keep your nose out of trouble. With this, there are limitations. The person tends to be on a survival mode where they are not thinking outside the box, they're not being creative. Now, the don't rock the boat are people that rules are not to be broken, and which has limitations. They're not going to be taking risks. The last one is the kill them all, the Joker. Or the book gives example of terrorism. They are in the mice and they have nothing to lose, so they are not thinking of the consequences or care for the consequences, and are engaging in behaviors that are very dangerous. And it's hard to discuss or negotiate with people that are, like example, terrorism. So part of the killing them all, the book does state that with the have-nots, if they are not receiving what's necessary and they are seeing other people having it, that tends to be not good for the community or the nation, because it's taking research, the wealth of the nature and or the community away from them. Okay, so the next one is the slow learner. All right. With avoidance, it takes a while for people to understand. So the first part is waiting until it hurts. This is what the example gives is the healthcare system. An example it gives is heart attack. You would eat unhealthy, not really exercise, but when you do have that heart attack, you start like, oh yeah, I gotta start taking care of myself. I gotta watch the warning signs. Um, and the nuclear distraction. This one is basically talking about basically calling the bluff. You don't want to do this. Most people wouldn't want to destroy a grand scale. But problem with this one is that after a long period of time, you don't realize that. So the threat doesn't become so threatening until it actually happens. And another one, and the last one is, it can happen to me. This one is, people don't view it happening to them. It's the same thing as with the heart attack. You don't think about it until it actually happens to you. And when that happens, it's too late. But, and superstition. But this one, it talks about how when there's no clear conditions, avoiding conditions can bring troublous outcome. For example, the example it gives is a dog getting yelled at and not sure what exactly is happening, like what in my behavior is causing my owner to be mad. Is it me chewing on a shoelace and digging up a hole? So it will start to do certain behaviors to avoid it. But this is another example is sports and how people who are a fan of certain sports will wear certain things because they feel like that's how their team won last time, so we should continue with that. Example, my brother would not let my mom watch a certain team if he knows he's going to watch it. So the next one is avoidance the unavoidable. And this one, the main example is the Nazi Holocaust, the Holocaust one. So how they set it up is that you reinforce negative. So this one has like basically the paradoxes, avoidance paradoxon, which means you have positive and negative. So they have a control that indiscriminated punishments, making it possible. So simple and effective is terrifying. Short, you show the people that, in my words, you basically give them contingencies, they learn certain behaviors, and after a while you switch it up and confuses the people. The people that died are just a example to the people that are living to not revolt, and which over time make people not do anything much. That it makes it easier for the guards to take care of them. And the book goes on about how, though that is extreme case, it does happen in the States too. Not in the extreme that people do die, but people do get abused. example shows the medical health, prisons and how prisoners could be abused in jail or prison. While also another example is in healthcare systems, elderly group homes. Now, that goes to escape from avoidance. And if a person is in a horrible situation, they will do the best to escape. And the two examples I just list, individuals escaping from, oh, this one's prisoners escaping. People tend to view the prisoner might be dangerous, so why are they should have manhunt and all that, when they should be considering the fact that a person is escaping from an environment that is horrible, and that's it's a behavior showing that is seeking help. Same with individuals escaping schools. The book list of people with, it uses a word I can't say. Don't want to say it. People with disabilities, or whether mentally or physically, escaping from school. They usually view that individual as, they pity them. When, like the first one, they should go dig into it and see what's going on that makes the individual behave that way. That is the end of that chapter. So my question is, with avoidance, if you have to choose out of what else goes along with avoidance, and you have to labor yourself, which one of these three would you pick and why? It could be simple as cleaning task, and which one would you pick? And another one is on superstition. A little fuzzy on that, so can you clarify with me? Did I miss anything in this part? Thank you for listening.